Come now, Fernand. How long do you intend to glower like that? We're nearly to Sophia Harbor, and your grim facade is going to scare people.
I do not glower. I'm only thinking what I'll do to that wretch once I see him. This was Slade's foul-up, and his alone. Why do the Knights of Sophia ride out to clean up his mess?
What choice is there? Sophia needs her harbor to conduct trade, and the traders' rebellion has been allowed to continue for far too long. They are crippling the economy. Citizens assault the castle regularly with complaints about the price of goods.
I understand the problem, Clive. It's the solution that invites my choler. Had the Knights ridden to address the traders instead of that fool Slade, this absurd conflict would have been over already. But instead, we find ourselves in the middle of a truly sorry mess. All because that obsequious worm desired the honor for himself. The Muttonhead was probably looking for concessions at the harbor as a reward for such brave service. Instead, he lets the trader's mercenaries hand him his own buttocks. Then he begs the knights to send reinforcements. The gall! I hope the sellswords carve him up and feed him to the fish.
Are you quite finished? The fact remains that mercenaries have been staging raids from the harbor. While I have scant praise for how Slade has handled this, we have a duty to end these raids and save the people from their plight. Now, are you with me or no?
Of course I'm with you. Don't be daft. The king bid us come after all, and it is the king I serve. And I'll tell you this much, Clive. You were wise not to bring her.
Not to bring who?
Claire, of course. If you think me cross, imagine how your sister would feel about Slade's idiocy. She'd likely already have him skewered like a hare on a spit.
Must you remind me? I still get ulcers just knowing that she's joined the Knights. One day, her hoydenism will get the best of her. Mark my words.
The captain of the world's finest knights, unmanned by his little sister. Well, at least I can sympathize with your plight now.
How old is your sister now, anyway?
She just turned 4. Her brother will be 5 within the month. At first, I roiled at the idea of Father's new marriage. It felt somehow rushed, even coming a dozen odd years after Mother's death. Still, it's hard not to adore any sibling who barely comes up to your knee. My next furlough cannot arrive soon enough.
You'll have to introduce me.
You and Claire are always welcome at our house. You know that. I know both the little ones would love her rambunctious side.
Kindly don't remind Claire that she has a rambunctious side. Ah, there's the water. Shall we finish up here and see about that furlough?
Finally, I thought you'd never come. Well met, Sir Clive. You're a true friend to aid me so. Now, scatter these barbarians to the wind, would you?
The man is shameless.
Traitors! Order your soldiers to stand down at once! If you have grievances, you can address them through the proper channels. If you lay down arms now, you have my word that you will not be harmed. This is your last chance. Open the harbor!
Huh! And what's your word worth? We begged the king to rid us of the pirates, and he did nothing! The farmers struggle enough to deliver crops with this endless drought. Yet what little makes it here to port gets hauled away to the capital. Then the king also takes our gold by raising taxes. Does he wish us starved?
I cannot speak to the king's mind.
Your men are the ones who attacked us without so much as hearing our peace. We have nothing to discuss with the likes of you! To arms, men! Kill them all! Don't leave a single knight standing!
Gah! What are you doing? Did you come here to save me or get me killed?
Gods, I knew Slade would bungle things up before we arrived. Well, do we help him?
Do we really have a choice? Let's go. We must keep him alive. Allow me.
Well done, Sir Knights. I knew Zophia's finest would come through, so I did. And I swear to you, Sir Clive, I shall repay this debt.
Shut up, you damned fool! How will you repay the compatriots you left dying in the mire? Instead of fighting with your men, you hid and begged for your life. Craven! Your very existence shames all Zophian nobility!
Craven? How dare you? I'll not suffer such insults from a damn lapdog!
Call me that again.
Enough, both of you! Surely there are more mercenaries on the way. We must depart at once.
Oi, where you going? We ain't done with you yet!
That didn't take long. On your feet, Slade. We are breaking through. Fight in the name of your fallen men. Surely you can manage that much.
What? But there's too many of them. My arm! Ow, ow, ow! Must have wounded it back there. I don't think I can fight.
What manner of idiot do you take me for? For a wounded man, you seem to have had no problem barking orders.
Shut up! If I say I can't fight, then I can't. Were you sent here to rescue me or not? It's your duty to stay here and hold them off to secure my escape. You can protect me or leave me to die, and the latter would not reflect well. Oh, but don't you worry. I promise to inform His Majesty of these events. He shall know that the Knights of Zophia fulfilled their duty with honor. Farewell then, friends. The bards shall sing of your heroic deeds this day.
They pay us, we kill you. It's just business. No hard feelings, I hope.
too perfect. In my plight, I seem to have struck upon a golden opportunity. Let those sellswords carve them both up and feed them to the jackals. That pretentious blowhard Clive was certainly never my favorite. But it's that dog Fernand who really needs to suffer. He'll be sorry he insulted me once he's rotting in hell.
That dastard! How low is he willing to sink?
Rats do not sink, Fernand. They scurry.
What? Nothing. It's just... I've never heard you openly disparage him.
Then please allow me the joy, just this once. The good news is that he'll no longer be slowing us down. Are you ready? Our exploits today will make a thrilling tale for your dear sister tomorrow.
Just so, Clive. Just so.
How could you let...
How could this happen? We hired every sellsword we could afford.
Now you will open the harbor. It belongs to all of Zofia, not just to you traitors. You've committed a serious crime against your kingdom.
You think we don't know that? But it was the sword or starvation for us. And the sword is quicker. Go on then, knight. Take my head and be done with it.
It is not my place to mete out punishment. The ringleaders will face the king's justice for their crimes. However, I will take your grievances to His Majesty myself. I shall ask that he have the pirates driven away as you requested. And I shall also ask that he entrust this task to the Knights of Zofia personally.
Clive.
You would do that for us, sir?
On my honor.
Oh, Milla's blessings upon you, sir!
Clive, a moment. You should not make promises you cannot keep.
And which promise is that? I can speak with the king, as I said.
Yes, you can. But it's by Chancellor Desay's orders that we haven't engaged the pirates. He claims it's to avoid provoking Rigel, but we've all heard the whispers. Many say he's actually in collusion with the pirates. His Majesty will be forced to heed either your words or the Chancellor's. And you know well which ones will carry the greater weight.
So you would have me rob the traitors of all hope? Is that it? No, Fernand. I will bend the knee and beg the king grant them mercy.
Then I shall be there at your side when you do.
Thank you, Fernand.
But what about Slade? Claire is waiting for us at the castle, remember? If he beats us back, she'll likely pull him apart one limb at a time.
Again with your imagery. I only hope Matilda is there to keep her in check.
They'll both be glad to see you, Clive. Shall we be off?
Of course. If we start off now, we should make good time. Come, my friend.
save him, Python?
Afraid not, my good man. They are G-O-N-E gone. I think it's time to call this a lost cause. What with a head start like they had? Clever dogs knew what they were doing, waiting until the march tired us out. By the time we woke, the sun was shining and they were miles away.
Ah, we are such fools! How could we let every last Deliverance soldier in our charge desert? Are the cowards that scared of a few pirates? Pathetic, the lot of them! Forgive us, Sir Lucas. We scoured the area, but there's no sign of the men. I fear every last soldier that served under you has taken to heel.
All right. Then let's not waste any more time searching for them. We'll have to continue on to the southern outpost alone. That fortress could fall to Desai's pirates any day now. And they haven't a prayer left, save for the three of us. If we don't rescue our comrades soon, we won't have anyone left to rescue.
So the three of us are going up against a bunch of angry pirates? Alone? Are you mad? We don't stand a sinner's chance in hell!
Watch your tone, Python! Sir Lucas is a noble. You must treat him with respect.
It's all right, Forsyth.
It is?
Noble I may be, but I'm young and yet unknighted. I don't warrant a sir. Just call me Lucas.
Don't have to ask me twice, Luke, old boy.
Lucas, if you please.
You seem pretty different from all the other nobles I've met. Guessing that's one reason they didn't stick around, huh?
It could be.
What do you mean, Python? Lucas didn't do anything wrong.
You do remember who the deserters' ringleader was, yes? That count or duke or whoever it was strutting about like cock of the walk? Just after Lucas joined the Deliverance, those two actually came to blows. Lucas left Duke Upjump in the dirt and got a promotion for his trouble. I somehow doubt the man just dusted off his ego and got over it.
Oh, come now! A soldier wouldn't stage a mass desertion over something so petty.
Oh, I'm sure there were other factors. Like the fact that tides of war are starting to turn against us. Probably reckoned this was the time to cut loose before he drowned.
Python has a sharp tongue, but it matches his mind. I'd say that sums it up nicely.
So if you knew it was a mistake, why didn't you let the windbag win?
I should have. But when he called me a backwater buffoon, I lost my temper and... well, I suppose I still have things to learn.
So what now? Sir Clive ordered us to defend the outpost and save our comrades. Perhaps I could serve as a runner and go request reinforcements.
There's no time. We'll have to make do with the three of us. All right, listen up. If we can rescue our comrades and escape, I'll consider that a victory. Let them have the outpost.
But sir!
We need to operate within our limits. There will be other chances to recapture the outpost.
The man's got a point. Come on, Forsyth. Let's keep our hides and save the heroics for another day. It's not worth throwing our lives away over one crappy outpost.
I just pray Sir Clive will forgive us.
Fine, twist my arm.
Allow me.
Ha! Stand aside! I'll die before I let you take this outpost! This is bad! Will no one come to our aid? Guard, ye scurvy dogs! Don't you know when to be quittin'? But ye be too late. This outpost and all Zofia belong to Chancellor Desai now.
What's wrong?
Oh yeah! Damn you! By the pointy hook hand of Shanty Pete, you'll regret turning on the Chancellor.
I can handle it.
Captain.
Allow me.
Oh, am I glad to see you!
Thank the mother you're here. I was ready to make my final piece. Yar! Don't let him be getting away!
I can handle it.
Don't kill me! Don't kill me! Don't kill!
Oh, I mean, hello? Are you on our side? Oh, wonderful! That should be everyone. Let's not overstay our welcome. It's time to retreat.
All right, sure. Fine, twist my arm.
You take caution. All for nothing. Was there a better way that I missed? Allow me.
Ha! Stand aside!
Fine, twist my arm. Hi, Captain. Ah, damn it to hell. So much for this side.
Allow me.
Ha! Stand aside!
Fine, twist my arm. Hi, Captain.
Oh, am I... Thank them. Yar! Don't...
Fine, twist my arm.
handle it. Allow me. Oh, that should be everyone. Let's not...
Hi, Captain.
Ha! Stand aside! I can handle it.
All right, sure.
Do take caution.
If you say so. Not too bad, I suppose. All right, sure.
Ha! Stand aside! Allow me.
Buck up, little camper. Don't tell me you're still beating yourself up. So, they seized the outpost, so what? We did what we could. In fact, I'd say we did pretty darn good, considering it was just the three of us.
Don't you get it? Losing the outpost is a massive blow to the Deliverance. Why else would Sir Clive send us on such an important mission?
You're right.
This will create some significant headaches for him.
Sir, I didn't mean to... I mean... I'm sorry, Lucas. I'm making it sound like this is your fault. But we all know it's the deserters who are to blame.
Yeah, but they deserted because of Lucas, so...
Would you shut up already?
Why? He's right. If our loss here turns out to be a fatal blow to the Deliverance, then it's fair to say my pride is the straw that broke the Pegasus' back. I should have thrown the duel. I did not. And I have to live with that now.
Don't say such things. Wait, why do you look so happy?
Well, I may have lost my men, and not wholly won that battle, but I gained something in return. I found the two of you. You stood bravely beside me, a man your junior. I cannot thank you enough.
No, but that was nothing. We were just following orders.
I can see why Clive put so much stock in you both.
He does.
Indeed. He assigned you to me because he saw you for the hard workers you are.
But I'm just a foot soldier, a grunt. Did he really say that about me? Can you believe this, Python? I knew joining the Deliverance was the right thing to do. Sir Clive needs us. And next time, we'll secure him a victory for true.
He's like a maid who's just been popped the question. Take care what you say to poor Forsyth, Lucas. He takes things to heart.
And why shouldn't he? The Deliverance may not be the definition of solidarity just yet, but if it has soldiers like you two in it, then it has hope. You'll take us far.
All right. Stop kissing my rear already. This is starting to get weird.
Python! Lucas! Are you coming or not? We need to get back.
Well, you heard him. Shall we go?
You got it, Luke.
All according to plan. The others are sleeping like rocks from all the marching and fighting. Which means this is my chance to slip away unnoticed. There's a long ride ahead, and I must be back by dawn. Fortunately, I kept off the front lines today to conserve energy, so...
Claire. Forgive me. I didn't mean to startle you.
Lady Matilda, you're awake! Wait, why are you awake?
In truth, I was on my way to your tent. You fought poorly today. You held back. I thought perhaps you might be ill.
Oh, my goodness. You don't miss a thing, do you?
Having seen you up and about at this hour lays my fears of illness to rest. However, perhaps you might tell me where you're skulking off to.
That is none of your concern. Now, if you will excuse me, I happen to be in a hurry.
I would beg you reconsider. It's far too dangerous to be wandering about at this hour. Terrors stalk the land at night, or hadn't you heard?
I'm not afraid of terrors. In fact, I am going to see them.
You're going to... what? Well, this is a surprise. I'd no idea there were ruins inside this shrine.
In ages past, they belonged to a prosperous underground kingdom. My dear nursemaid was born in a quaint little hamlet nearby. She claimed this lost kingdom had an advanced grasp of the mystic arts, and that they forged a ring which makes the wearer impervious to all magic. Now, that selfsame ring is enshrined here under the Guard of Terrors. Or so goes the tale she used to tell me before bed, at least. When I heard our expedition would take us near the shrine, I decided I simply must seize upon the chance to discover the truth for myself.
You cannot be serious. You don't truly believe you're going to discover some ring from a fairy tale?
Do you name my nursemaid a liar, madam?
Yes. No. Look, what does that have to do with...
You're the one who insisted on joining me, remember? If you believe yourself to be above my fairy tale, then you may kindly leave.
Clive would never forgive me if I did that. It would break his heart if something happened to you. If I may ask, why are you so intent on finding this supposed ring? You have no particular weakness to magic, so far as I am aware.
No, but...
Huh? What is it?
The ring! Do you see? I told you it was real.
Well, it seems tonight is just full of surprises.
This is exactly what I need to... Oh,
Exactly what you need to...
nothing! Come, let us away.
Hold, Claire. Your nursemaid said the ring was guarded by terrors. Yet we haven't encountered so much as an angry bat thus far.
And such luck must not be squandered. Come now.
I don't believe in that kind of luck. Perhaps the terrors only appear if you try to take the
What's happening?
Must I always be right?
Terrors! They're everywhere! But I don't understand!
Calm yourself, Claire. The ring was booby-trapped. If anyone attempted to take it, terrors would be awakened.
I just thought it would be one or two terrors, like in a picture book! This isn't a fairy tale. It's a damned nightmare!
One thing is for certain. We cannot hope to defeat this many on our own. We need to think of... Ah, look! Over there!
Huh?
If we can make it to that point there, the terrors are unlikely to give chase. Our only hope is to make a break for safety. Don't worry, I'll protect you.
I am so sorry, Matilda, for all of this.
You can apologize to me later. Now move, and keep your eyes open.
Trust me, they are wide open. Nothing will stop me.
Leave this to me. you think you had a chance?
Too late! You forced my hand!
Not bad. All right.
Shall we then?
I'll do what I can.
I know. I'm simply terrible.
All right. Rest now.
No. I don't want to die. Please help me. Clive. Fernand.
Leave this to me.
Nothing will stop me.
We're lucky to have you.
Shall we then?
See to those wounds.
No. Terrors! Nothing will stop me.
Leave this to me. me want to work harder.
Shall we then?
I think we're clear. And now it's well past dawn.
I simply must apologize to you again, Lady Matilda. I never meant to put you in danger. And now everyone will be worried sick when they wake and find us gone.
Never mind that. What's done is done. I was the one who chose to go with you, remember?
Because you knew a daft fool like myself would require protection.
Just tell me you have the ring. If you dropped it in the commotion...
No, I have it right here. Look how it shines in the light. It's almost shimmering, translucent.
Wait, I think it's... Oh no.
Wait, what happened? The ring! It vanished! No!
You don't think...
What?
Well, you said it belonged to an underground kingdom, yes? Perhaps they're not keen on sharing. Or maybe their relics are simply not made to withstand daylight.
Ugh! Why would anyone craft a ring with such stupid rules? Now I have nothing to give my brother.
Wait, all of this was for... Clive?
I wanted to surprise him. Clive's strength and bravery are without peer, but he has a weakness to magic. So I thought, with the ring, all I want is for him to stay out of danger.
Soft, Claire, it's all right. Your brother is the strongest of the world's strongest knights. Trust me, a magic spell now and then isn't going to do him in.
But I went through so much trouble to get the ring.
Clive doesn't require such baubles. He has something better to protect him. A little sister who loves him very much. Now stop worrying him by running off on these fool adventures.
Oh, if you insist. Once again, Lady Matilda, you are the ever-present voice of reason. I must trust in Clive's strength. And if that strength should ever fail, I'll be there to make up the difference. Thank you, milady. Your advice is as sound as ever.
Of course it is. No one knows your brother better than I. I'm just pleased I could aid you.
Hold on now, what did you just say? I'll have you know that I know my brother far better than you.
Oh dear.
Just who do you think you are, madam? This conversation is over. Ugh!
I should have known better than to say that. Claire, wait!
The troops are in position, Sir Slade.
Good. Chancellor Desai needs to learn to finish what he starts. Oh, he managed to put King Lima to the sword, which is well and good. But then he suffers one minor defeat and flees to his fortress? I still can't fathom how 500 knights managed to rout an army of 3,000. But they're knights no more. This deliverance. They're no better than a pack of rebels, and soon to be dead ones at that. Let the artless fools cry for justice all they want. All the powerful houses have already pledged their banners to the Chancellor. The Kingdom of Zofia is as good as his. And this time, we've brought a siege army thrice as strong. Let's see those rats hold the castle walls against 10,000 men. It's only a matter of time now before their defenses buckle.
Clive! Desai's forces have finished assembling outside the castle. They could storm us at any time.
I see. I'd like to think we have an advantage inside these walls, but... well, against such numbers, words like bleak spring to mind. We'll simply have to focus on holding the castle with minimal casualties.
Well said, my love. The king has fallen. If Desai manages to seize the castle as well, then his control of the kingdom will be all but assured. That is the one thing we cannot allow. But at least the enemy only has so many points of incursion. If we focus our defenses around those, we could thwart 2 armies.
I do hope so.
What is it?
Nothing. Just thinking how lucky I am to have you. Your confidence gives me strength.
Flattery will get you everywhere. I'll tell the others of the plan.
Thank you.
Clive.
Lucas, were you able to confirm it?
Sadly, it is true. He's actually gone and done it.
Disgusting. I did not want to believe Desai had it in him. All the more reason to put an end to his machinations here. This may be our final chance of holding on to Sophia and building her anew. And if we must sully our
Clive! There you are. I'm trying to figure out which station I am to be posted at, but everyone just... am I interrupting something?
It's all right. We're finished here.
Thank you, Lucas.
Of course. I know what to do.
Clive, what is it? You look pale as a newly washed sheet. Has something happened?
Nothing you need trouble yourself with, dear sister. Come, I'll accompany you to your post.
Clive, look. Is that Fernand? Why in heaven's name is he just standing over there?
Again? Fernand, is everything all right? We must get to our stations before it's too late.
Oh, yes. Of course.
I understand how you feel. The tragedy is still fresh in all our hearts. I cannot force you to fight on the front lines, but...
Enough! I said I'll go! Spare me the special treatment. It's insulting.
Fernand, we'll have none of that kind of talk. Can't you see that Clive is simply worried about you?
How he must be hurting.
Yes, he's changed. He never used to snap at us like that. Now he does it all the time. say anything to him at all, and he either ignores it or misconstrues it.
You can't blame him, Claire.
Nor do I blame him. The man has lost his entire family. It just breaks my heart. It's as if the Fernand we knew died along with them. And I want him back. I feel so powerless.
Well, I'm certain Fernand has noticed. He knows that you care. But time is all that can heal him now. We can give him that, can't we? We've known him since we were children. We have to remember how strong he is, and know he can overcome this trial.
Of course. You're right. I should not have yelled at him so. He didn't deserve it. I shall try harder to give him the space that he needs.
Good, then.
But just so you know, that means I'll be in your hair more often.
When are you not?
Hey, you and I both know I don't bother you all that much. You're lucky you have someone like me to keep you on your toes.
He is lucky indeed. And yet, who do I have left?
Gods, look at those numbers! I've never seen so many soldiers in one place.
And I guess it's true. All the powerful houses have sworn allegiance to Desai's camp. The damn cowards wouldn't even have noble titles without the king. And now they lick the boots of his murderer? Fie on them all!
I know what you're trying to say, but Lima wasn't exactly the best king. He spent his days stuffing his face and womanizing while his people starved. So, raise your hand if you weren't at least sort of thinking good riddance. Hell, the nobles were just as happy to see him go as the starving commoners.
Please, don't ever say that in front of Sir Clive. Nothing excuses what they've done. Desai and his sycophants have plunged Sophia into chaos.
You sure about that? Some would say it's the Deliverance what's plunging Sophia into chaos. We're the ones who chose to drag this war out, after all. Common folk don't give a whit which noble cheeks plop down on the throne. They just want to put bread on the table and continue drawing breath. How do you know they don't want us to lay down arms and let things be?
Python!
I'm just putting it out there. We'd be fools not to at least consider it. Be that as it may, they've a disgusting number of soldiers out there. Not even the castle walls will keep us safe forever.
Forsyth, Python, a moment if I may.
Sir Lucas? What's the matter? This isn't your post.
Let's just say I have a problem that's weighing on my mind. And I'm thinking that the two of you might be able to help me with it.
Do go on.
Leave this to me.
Allow me.
Who among you will face me?
Allow me.
Ha! Stand aside!
Fine, twist my arm.
Nothing will stop me.
Attack! Cut those rebel scum into tiny rebel pieces! Let's see how long you last against a force this size, Sir Clive. I wager it won't be long at all.
Shall I then?
All right. Beggars can't be choosers.
Allow me.
Leave this to me.
Shall we then? Oh, how rustic.
I can handle it. That was refreshing.
The proud kingdom you rabble sing of fell long ago. You just failed to notice. Now vacate that throne!
I'm done.
All right, sure.
Allow me.
Shall I then?
I can handle it.
I await your word.
All right. Beggars can't be choosers.
I am in no shape for this.
You must heal, quickly.
Clive is counting on me to stay alive. I have to fall back.
in the name of Sophia!
Every day a new lesson.
I'm a Forsyth to be reckoned with. Is that all? Damn these rebel dogs! They should have broken by now! Instead, they've decimated the troops Chancellor Desai entrusted to me. Now where the blasted hell are the rest of the men?
Sir Slade, the reinforcements have arrived.
About bloody time. Now we bury these worms for good and all. I will see them perish with agony and despair writ large upon their faces.
The enemy has ceased their attack. We've worn them down, it seems. Well done, everyone. If they're wise, they will withdraw and regroup.
No, Clive. Look!
Reinforcements? Damn. They were revealing their whole hand.
It's worse than that, Clive. Look closer. Look at the banners.
Those are Regalian soldiers. Desai has sold out his own kingdom.
Listen close, rebels! Even oafs such as you are clever enough to know what these banners mean. In the name of the Kingdom of Sophia, Chancellor Desai has secured an alliance with the Regalian Empire. Do you understand me now? Shall I spell it out with small words? Regel has formally acknowledged that the Chancellor is Sophia's true ruler. That means there's no one left to legitimize your pathetic little band. Now, relinquish the castle!
That dastard son of a milkless sow! Did Regicide truly not sate his appetite? We should have seen this coming!
Well, Clive, this is a sorry spot. Our soldiers are already weary from battle, while Regel's reinforcements appear to be fresh as daisies. Which means our choices are to surrender and be put to the sword, or make our stand and fight against hopeless odds to the last man. Make what decision you will. Either outcome is the same to me.
Fernand, listen to yourself!
No, Claire. It's over. But I swear to you this. Clive, Matilda, and myself will parley with Slade. We will offer our lives in exchange for your safety. Although you may prefer death to whatever life they give you.
Are you mad? I don't want any of us to die.
Especially not me. I mean, since we're all being honest.
Can't you muster even a little class in your final hour? We are the Deliverance. So long as we still draw breath, we will fight.
It's a waste of breath to fight a battle you can't win. What we really need is an escape plan. Mayhap we start thinking about that?
I agree with Python.
Lucas, not you! I thought you were... Wait, hold on, is this why you asked us to... Oh!
Clive, is it time?
I assumed Desai was still a noble, still a knight. I assumed there was a line even he would not cross. But I see now I was a fool to place trust in such a man.
You're no fool. It is never folly to believe in the underlying goodness of people. Those are the ideals that make Sophia a kingdom worth fighting for. But to preserve those ideals, we must compromise on others.
Do as you must.
I would have your answer, rebels! Do not be frightened now. Good Sir Slade is a man of mercy. Grovel on the ground before me, and I may yet spare your lives. Just so long as you are prepared to live out your lives as slaves.
Wait, up there! Sir Slade, something is happening! Look to the ramparts!
Don't interrupt me in the middle of my speech, idiot! I was just getting to... What? No, it can't be. Ugh. Those are the Regalians who were living in the city. But that's impossible. I warned them of the siege myself.
Do you understand now, Slade? Or shall I use small words? The Deliverance has rounded up every last Regalian in Zofia. It seems you told them to escape. A sensible tactic, of course. It wouldn't do to anger a new ally by putting their people in danger. But did you really think we wouldn't notice them scurrying away like rats? A mass exodus of Regalians is rather easy to spot. I do wonder how you managed to get word to them, but it matters little now. Clearly, it would be unwise for the Deliverance to stay here in the castle. So, we shall hand it over to you, just as you asked. However, you and your men are going to grant us safe passage. That is the bargain. If you do not keep this bargain, we will behead every last Regalian in our care. Do you agree to our terms?
Those dastards! I'd say kill them all and let the Regalians hang, but I can't risk Rudolph's ire. Damn that Clive to hell! I thought he had honor. But again, he thwarts me just as I'm about to put him in his place. One day, I will choke the very life from him and all of his followers. I swear it!
Clive? Brother?
Leave him be, Claire. The stone of that castle was half of what held up his pride. Now it's gone. As a knight and leader of the Deliverance, he is wounded. And even I don't know how gravely.
I too am wounded, Lady Matilda. What if that was the last time we ever walk the castle halls? I can't bear to think that the only way to return there is in memory.
All of us are hurting, Claire. All of us.
At times like this, I feel like such an outsider.
Welcome to Python's world. But forget that. I'm still all a quiver from watching Lucas's performance. He's so down to earth that I keep thinking he's one of us. But pulling a stunt like that takes true knightly courage.
I'll say, perhaps such a disposition is something one is simply born into.
Uh-oh, did I touch a nerve? Look, I know you want to be a knight, but it ain't gonna happen. You should just make peace with the idea like I have.
I will do no such thing. I know what I'm capable of. I will be a knight, Python. Just you watch.
Mercy, brave Sir Forsyth, mercy! I shouldn't have said anything. Besides, even without a king to anoint you and a castle to serve in, you already have a magnificent knightly future ahead of you.
Well, yes, I'm glad you... Gods, I hate you sometimes.
Explain yourself, Lucas.
Forgive me, Fernand, but I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Don't play daft. Why didn't you tell me about the Regalians sneaking out of the city? Do you fancy yourself Clive's new confidant now?
No. I simply surmised that the plan was more likely to succeed if few knew of it. This is why I didn't tell Matilda, and you don't see her shouting about it.
Have you no shame? Taking hostages like some barbarian. You've dragged the Deliverance's name through the mud with your actions. Is that what they teach bumpkin boys in lieu of honor? Ha! You're a disgrace.
I thought we were fighting for something greater than appearances. And while I understand your concerns, and perhaps even share them, I would kindly ask you control your emotions and look at the bigger...
Still your tongue or I'll tear it free!
Clive sanctioned these measures. Do you question him? Now excuse me, Fernand. I have a report to make. We should begin by seeking refuge in the shrine to the southwest. The hideout our expeditionary teams use should still be well supplied. Clive, are you listening?
Yes, of course. Apologies, Lucas. Once again, my burdens have become yours to bear.
And I take them up gladly. Just promise that your melancholy will vanish with the dawn. On the morrow, we must begin devising a strategy to retake the castle.
Lucas.
Yes?
I feel as though I am only just now truly getting to know you. To be blunt, I assumed you joined the Deliverance on your brother's orders. That you were forced to enlist.
You have the right of it. This is not the path I chose. But I have no home to return to, so I intend to see where the path leads. Do not mistake me for a man who needs pity. If I die along a road I never chose, then so be it. I will still die with pride and not regret. I have sworn you my lands, and it will not waver.
I know, Lucas.
There is righteousness in your heart, Clive, a strain of it that I lack. I believe this righteousness is the light that will save Sophia. There are many who believe what I believe, and we look to you now. So when you have finished mourning your past, leave it behind.
I shall try. Thank you, Lucas. I will be all right. But...
What is it?
You said light. It reminded me of the hero in the prophecy.
What, that old children's tale?
The very same. When darkness envelops the world, a hero shall come to smite all evil. Where is that hero now, I wonder?
I see your point. The world has never been darker. What do you imagine our hero is doing at this very moment?
Sleeping, if he's wiser than us. But until he appears, we shall just have to keep crawling through the mud, fighting however many mindless battles it takes to prevail. Come, let us press on to the shrine and determine our next move.
Lead the way, my friend.
Greetings, Fernand. It's been far too long.
Ah, Claire. You know, it still confounds me that you decided to enlist with the Knights. Your father is too lenient with you. Always has been.
And why shouldn't I be a knight? I wield a lance and ride a horse as well as the best of you. Perhaps even better. Why else would they allow me to join? Heavens, you and my brother were the ones who taught me to fight and ride.
Because you harangued us without end. You always were keen on following Clive. Honestly, we assumed it was a phase you would grow out of. You should be looking for a husband, not brandishing a weapon. Unless you expect to meet your soulmate on the battlefield.
I have no fondness for barbaric men, but pursuing a warrior's path does not doom me to a life of spinsterhood. Now that I'm a Knight of Sophia, I can stay here at the castle, where I can go to royal balls and meet fine gentlemen. What say you to that?
I say that you should have listened to your vows more carefully. Knighthood affords little time to twirl about in circles and socialize. Day and night, we train and ride out on expeditions and other missions.
What? Goodness, I don't remember pledging to do all that. Perhaps I will have to seek my beloved on the field of battle after all. Still, it's not all bad. The knights are full of handsome, noble scions after all. I know! Fernand, why don't you introduce me to someone? Surely you must know many suitable suitors in suits of armor.
Well, I suppose it depends on what manner of man you fancy.
Let me think. He'd have to come from a house at least as respectable as my own. He should be as tall as Clive and fair of face. Well-lettered and gifted in the arts of war and defense. And of course he must be well-versed in poetry and music and... Oh, he should own 4 villas, one for each of the seasons. Does that narrow it down?
It certainly does. You just described your brother.
That is not true!
And you don't even realize it. Clearly, you're still a child. You won't find a husband if you keep clinging to your brother in such a way.
Oh, really? And what about you? You've been clinging to my brother since before I was born, Fernand. Is there anything you should be telling me, After all, you weren't exactly scrambling to find a pretty mate of your own.
We are not talking about me.
Look at you, so easily shaken. I was merely teasing. Besides, Clive already told me what your true weakness is. He claims you prefer your ladies like your oranges, full and ripe. Now, which of the knight's eligible ladies is juicy enough for you?
I am going to find your brother and bury him in a very deep hole. Touché, Claire. I'm glad you had your fun. Now, farewell.
What? Wait, come back here! You can't run from your destiny!
Oh, Clive, have the other knights been making you feel at home?
Ah, Lady Matilda. Yes, everyone has been very kind to me thus far. But the first 3 months have been naught but training. I long for a fight.
Well, you'll get one. The training is to make certain you're ready for it.
I just want a chance to prove myself, to be one step closer to you.
Why me?
You do not know? The bards sing of Lady Matilda as the finest of all the knights of Sophia. Boys the Kingdom round whisper your name before they go to sleep. I fear my friends and I were no exception. Let us just say you are the object of much adulation, my lady.
This comes as a surprise. I thought boys dreamed of fighting alongside heroes such as Sir Myson.
Sir Myson is indeed a man worthy of much respect. I can only hope to one day be half the legend that he is. But who do you think it is that lights the fires of a boy's heart? A stoic old man? Or a beautiful woman?
The fires would sputter out if the lads actually saw me in combat.
Certainly not. You are never more beautiful than when riding across a battlefield. The dresses and dour looks you wear in court only obscure your radiance.
Dour? Though it is true that I abhor walking the castle like some pretty bauble. Speaking of which, how is your sister, the one who follows you like a puppy? Whenever I would try to talk to you, she would cut in.
She's a handful, that one. You should have seen her bawl when I said I was enlisting.
That just shows her love. You're lucky. But I must confess, I'm glad we can finally have a conversation alone, if you take my meaning.
I believe I do. It seems we'll have more chances to talk here amidst the dust of battle than we ever will surrounded by the fancy tapestries of the castle.
So it seems. Who even knows when I'll next get to don a dress and a dour expression? What?
I was just thinking, the next time you do wear a dress, might I ask for a dance?
But that might be weeks, or months.
I am a patient man, and the wait will be well worth it in the end.
Very well. A dance it is.
Truly? Thank you, milady. I shall look forward to that day.
And there he goes. By the gods, is he skipping? Wait, why am I laughing? I don't remember how to dance. This is going to end with me crushing his toes into paste. Ah, there he is. Fernand!
Lady Matilda, did you need something?
I am looking for Clive.
We're not attached at the hip, you know.
No, but you are like brothers. Perhaps I just think of you as a single entity. In any case, pray forgive me if I upset you.
I'm not upset.
Are you certain? It seems every time I try to talk to you, you refuse to look me in the eye. If I did something wrong, tell me. I don't want you to hate me.
Hate you? Of course not. But all you ever ask about is Clive.
Oh, right. I can see how that would be grating. It's just, well, your stories about Clive are far more interesting than the ones he tells.
For true? I can't imagine what I could tell you that he hasn't already.
Oh, if you only knew. I adore talking with him, but, well, he doesn't know how to loosen up. He's very self-conscious. I want to hear about his misadventures, not just what he thinks I want to hear.
Wait, so he never told you about sneaking into the mess hall before lunch? Or the story of licking the cream off the cake? Surely he's told you about trying to ride those sheep. He scared them so much, they fled the pen and rampaged across the village.
I fear he neglected to mention any of those escapades.
Well, he may look all gallant and composed, but let me tell you, Clive can be quite the ruffian when no one is looking. He makes me look like a saint. I suggest you be careful.
Your suggestion is noted. This is why I like talking to you, Fernand. But it's not the only reason.
Oh?
Of course I enjoy hearing about Clive, but I also enjoy watching you as you tell the stories.
Is that so?
Your eyes light up when you talk about him. I can tell how happy it was for the two of you to grow up together. It's a type of affection that he and I will never have.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
All I know is that I'd like to see the site of Clive's sheep rampage. Or visit the kitchen where you defrocked that poor cake.
Well, I'd be happy to take you. And I'm not just saying that. We can all go together. You, me, and Clive.
Thank you, Fernand. I would love that.
Of course, you'll need to get Claire's permission first. She guards her brother like a lion, so be warned.
Oh, I am well aware. Maybe you can tell me what she likes, so I don't have to face her empty-handed.
Leave it to me.
I guess we're officially done with